Hi everyone, it's Sketchy aka OBiGem. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell to be notified of all future videos. If you like what you see, please also hit the like button so I know to keep making content like this. It's officially trailer reveal day and we're finally gotten a look at what Snow Escape is going to entail. The trailer revealed so much of what we can expect and I just really want to jump into dissecting it and really uncovering some things you might have missed when you watched this through the first time. In this video, I'm going to be focusing primarily on 5 new features you might have missed in the Snowy Escape trailer. It started as a list of 5, but I ended up adding a few more as I remembered them and they came into my memory. So it's kind of 5 with an asterisk, but 5 nonetheless for the purposes of the title of this video. And after I give my list, I will be diving into my impressions at the end of the video, what I loved about what I saw in the trailer, what concerned me, and what are some things that I'm hoping the Sims team will keep in mind, not only for future packs, but also the future of the Sims in general. But without further ado, let's hop in. The first thing that some of you might have missed is it looks like we're going to be getting snow accumulation in this new pack. Many people saw this as a missing feature from Seasons, as snow accumulation was a welcome addition to The Sims 3, but was left out of the Sims 4 Seasons pack. In more than one scene in this trailer, you can clearly see snow of different height and accumulation around the Sims' feet, and even a scene where a snowboarder takes a nosedive into a mound of snow. My one question is, though, whether this new feature will be patched into Seasons or if the snow will be only behaving this way in Mount Komorebi. It's no secret that outside of bug fixes, a lot of the older expansion packs and games packs and even stuff packs don't really see a lot of love with updated features, so I'd be interested to see if this is them finally giving these old pieces of DLC some needed attention. The next 2 items we're going to look at are build tools that I know a lot of builders are going to be happy with. The first one is foot bridges. Now, earlier in the trailer, I noticed a small footbridge in what looked like a park area, and I wasn't quite sure if this was something we were going to have access to in our own builds or if this was debug or set dressing. But towards the end of the trailer where we got the build showcase, I noticed it again, which leads me to believe that we will be able to include small footbridges on our residential lots, which is pretty exciting. This item leads perfectly into the third item that I know a lot of people are going to be excited for, and that's the addition of ponds. So just like the footbridge, the pond was shown more than once in the trailer, which leads me to believe that we are likely to get access to a pond tool, which is equally exciting. I know a lot of builders have really begrudged the lack of a pond tool, and though they've thought of creative ways to build pseudo ponds with the pool and fountain tools, it'll be nice to have the real thing in game. While not a part of the list items, this is one of the extra asterisks added onto that 5 list I mentioned in the beginning, but it looks like we're also going to have the ability to build our own hot springs, but I want to talk more about that towards the end of the video when I talk about my overall impressions of the pack. So moving on from that, another build item that's exciting to see, that is also another item that's not officially included in this list of 5, but part of the asterisks, is being able to place open doors. So the ones showcased in the trailer are Japanese-style doors that were shown both open and closed in different scenes of the trailer. So I'm not sure if these are 2 different items or different swatches, or if our Sims will now have the ability to open this particular door and leave it opened or closed, or maybe even if this is a feature that's going to be added to all doors. I kind of doubt that we'll have this added to all doors, just because the last patch that we had, that free place doors and even the free placing window patch, kind of wreaked havoc on a lot of the base game doors and windows we have in the game, and it broke them. So I would be a little surprised and shocked if we got this added as a functionality to all doors, but with them having to fix those broken doors and even some broken windows from that patch, it is possible that they may also add this functionality to all doors as they're fixing that bug, but that's a little bit of an ambitious wish. So I'm just going to be glad if we at least even have just this one option of a door that can be left open or closed as an option, as this kind of adds some variety when it comes to building. But leaving the build arena for a bit, the next item I'm going to cover is a buy mode item, and that looks to be a backless stove. We've all known the fact that we can't make island counters work with a stove in them because every stove in the game has a back piece to it. But it looks like we finally have at least one type of stove now that does not have a back piece and could seamlessly work in a center island counter. I'm not sure if I'm super jazzed about how the backless stove looks, but maybe there are some nicer colored swatches than what was shown in the trailer. It's just nice to have at least one in-game option now for builds instead of having to rely on CC for this. Now, I wanted to save this last item for last because it's kind of a big deal, especially for builders, and this is something you probably did notice in the trailer because they showcased it a lot, and I wanted to end on something super exciting for everyone, and that is the introduction of split leveling in homes. This used to be something you could kind of trick and do in the game to make split leveled houses, but it's been patched out for a while. But it's clear from this trailer that they are reintroducing this feature, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I've been wanting to create split level houses for a while now, and this new split leveling will now allow us to connect different foundation heights, which is amazing for building houses with garages without having to deal with terrain tools, which can be very tricky and a mild headache at worst, or having to use any complicated build tricks. Now, this is an amazing list of things we'll be getting with this new pack, and obviously it's not everything because there are plenty of new build, buy, and cast items that will be introduced that I haven't covered, but I want to just focus a little bit on the things I'm excited for, which I think will add some good gameplay. While the trailer doesn't confirm a ski instructor career, we got a lot of ski lodge scenes in the trailer, so I'm hopeful that's on the table. Perhaps an upcoming gameplay trailer may confirm this. It does look like we may be getting a tour guide career or even a local mascot career. City mascots are a popular thing in major cities in Japan like Tokyo, and we get a shot of one in the trailer. I don't know if this will be a separate career from the tour guide career or if it will be all one job with the mascot being at a lower level, but it looks like we may have to just wait and see. Some of you may not know this, but Dynamo is actually one of my favorite game packs, and though it doesn't always work the way it's supposed to, I do love the functionality of having my Sims being able to go to restaurants. One thing I don't like though is that multifunctional restaurants, specifically the bar and grill type, are hard to pull off, so I was happy to see what looked like a bar and grill restaurant multi-type in the trailer. It's kind of hard to confirm in the trailer because it's possible the party eating at the table ordered this food from the bar and brought it over to the table, but in the back you can kind of see an entry that looks like it leads to a kitchen, so I'm hopeful this means we are getting a multifunction restaurant of this type. This is a small thing, but it looks like we may be getting some additional social interactions with this new world being based on Japan. It looks like your Sims are now able to bow to each other in greeting, which is a cool addition. It's small, but having more social interactions is a plus in my book. Lastly, I'm really excited about the hot springs. When I saw you're getting them, I literally had a smilegasm moment. It's a little hard to figure out if this hot spring is going to be a public lot or if your Sims can book a stay at the hot spring and rent a room like a hotel. But this one scene in the trailer is giving me hope that this will be a resort-like lot where your Sims can stay here alongside other NPC Sims. I say it's kind of hard because it looks like there are 9 Sims here, and of course we all know the max family limit is 8 Sims in game, so this 9th Sim would have to be another guest here if this was a full family of 8 that was staying here, which would confirm the resort lot type, but I can't 100% say that's another Sim, so this may have to be another thing we wait on a gameplay trailer for to get a closer look. I do have some concerns as far as deep gameplay is concerned. I think the lack of hotels is definitely a bummer because that is something myself and many other Simmers have been wanting, and I feel like this was a missed opportunity to include that feature, which would definitely have made this pack feel more worth the $40 MSRP. I'm also worried about what looks to be a new feature in this train. I want to believe that our Sims will be able to use this as a transportation device, and there's even a scene where it looks like a Sim is exiting the station after having ridden on the train, but it's very hard to tell, and I would hate for this to be 100% set dressing since we're not getting cars right now. This could be something to hold us over for realism instead of Sims disappearing from lots when they leave or appearing out of thin air when they arrive. Overall, I'm excited about the new things we're getting, but I also think there's valid concern here that this, again, just is adding more stuff with no substance. Had we gotten this winter resort world in place of Star Wars for the game pack, I think many people would have been very happy paying $20 for new winter activities, a hot spring resort, and some new CAS and build buy items. But for an expansion pack, I'm not gonna lie, I fear it might be stretched a bit thin. I think this is going to be something where it's fun and exciting for the first few weeks, and then after the shine wears off, we'll start to notice that there are not enough lots to build a realized world in town that can take advantage of the new stuff we're getting. There's not a fully realized resort system that can allow us to really explore what it's like to run a resort, not just in Mount Komorebi, but any worlds we have, and there aren't enough new social interactions to make our Sims in Mount Komorebi feel wholly different in gameplay than a family in Willow Creek. This isn't to say I won't buy the pack or I won't like it, I just feel like these are things to think about and really hold EA accountable for as far as the future of The Sims is concerned. We don't just want new stuff, we also want the gameplay to keep innovating with each new pack, and I just feel like the gameplay portion is consistently forgotten about across every new pack we get. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you thought of the new trailer. What are you looking forward to exploring the most in this new pack? Is it the new build buy, CAS, gameplay mechanics? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay dazzled. I will see you in the next one. Bye. So of course, while I'm recording this, the Snowy Escape page actually uploaded on the EA Games website for The Sims, and it actually went in a little bit further depth as far as the added gameplay mechanics, and some of this stuff seems pretty cool. I'm all done and wrapped up for this video, so I'm not going to actually add on to it right now, but we will dive into some of these new features that will include some changes in relationships and careers as well, it looks like. So we'll get into that a little bit later, but until next time, guys, I will actually see you in the next one for sure this time. Alright, bye.
Face, girl, you told me that's what you needed. Lights in my face, yeah, 'cause you were coward and that was easy.